Hi guys, so I know the channel hasn't been active for a long time, but here it is now. And to justify that, I haven't really been secure in my faith recently, so how can I lead others or just even talk about my faith if I don't even know where I stand? So that kind of leads me into my topic for today. So I can say that only true happiness can come from God, and I really understand it now. Like, you always say that only true happiness can come from God, but, like, you don't really know that truth until you've experienced it yourself. Like, you can know that truth, but for me, it's been more real of a truth because I've experienced that. So, I've been through a season of doubt, and my schedule was very much full due to, band practice and homework and all that stuff. And I didn't set time for God. So it had only been a month of doubting, but it hurts to see how quickly we fall if we don't stay in touch with God. So, this doubt has taught me some things: that you need to practice your faith. You can't neglect what God is telling you, and God is real, and you need Him. So I went against all of these things, and I was just so stressed and unhappy, and I can prove to you that God is real. So my papa said in his testimony that if the Bible and its tenets are false, why and how has it been withstood the tests of times and the attacks of disbelieving people? And then later in the paragraph it says, withstood the onslaughts of times and the attacks of disbelieving people. And I totally agree. I can also prove that He is real by telling you of this hope I have because I pray and believe. It is also this happiness that feels real and unlimited and satisfactory that I haven't found anywhere else but God. And it's like, like my papa said in his testimony, like, if this is all false, how come there's still a large amount of people who believe in it? And we withstand the attacks of it and persecution and all that stuff. So, like, if that's not real, how have we been able to withstand it? So I've convinced myself that God is real also because of the whole, Jesus rising from the dead thing, and because of these things. As soon as I stopped praying and started believing that God isn't real, I fell into a pit of mixed emotions, and most of them were not happiness. I was happy at some points, but it didn't feel like real happiness that I mentioned before. So, like, it felt like I knew in the moment that happiness was just going to run out. But, like, when I talk with God, I know that happiness will never run out because God is eternal. So when I stopped practicing my faith in God, I fell. It showed me that I need God and to listen to His call home. You can practice your faith mainly by praying and worshiping with fellow believers. I'm not saying you have to go to church, but just find your Jesus people. And for me, I like to attend church because I didn't go when I was in that season of doubt so that also contributed to my doubt because I wasn't with fellow believers, because for me it's better to see how God works through people, and it's just amazing to hear other people's stories too. And so it's great, and like I love worshiping with people who are so led by God, and especially the band members up on stage for a church. I personally like the modern worship service better than the hymns because the music just resonates with me a little better. So another way to practice is reading the Bible. Bible studies are cool too. I love Annie Epps Downs, Lisa TerKeurst, and Lisa Bevere, and those are the main authors that I've read, and they all are amazing women, and I love their writings. And some pastors' writings I like reading too. Sometimes with our church we do Lent studies during the season of Lent, and I'll talk about Lent when that comes. That's in a while. And so I like reading other people's stories and what they have to say about Jesus. And it's okay to have your own opinions too about it, but like I like comparing what I thought and still think comparing to what they understand, and I learn new things. And so like right now I'm reading the New Testament to go back to the core beliefs of Christianity, like Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through him. And I know that's in John. Couldn't tell you what verse or chapter, but so that's like core belief. So like, I'm going back to the root of that. And so I encourage you to listen to God's call. Practice your faith. Remember that God is there for you and loves you so much. And he's real. I promise you, he's real. We might not see it sometimes, but he's there. He loves you, and he created you. He loves his creation, which is you. And so for me, that's really hopeful. So, yes, thank you for listening to me today. And Jesus loves you.